is your latest edition of the Dr. Cree and Me Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Once you come in, let me know where you're watching from. We're glad to have you. And share the post, tag a friend. Let everybody know to come on and watch. Hey, Montez. Thank you for the cookies. They are amazing. Zoe let the dog eat a cookie this morning. Hey, Jacondra. Let's talk about quarantine fatigue, guys. Hey, Dr. Dina. Thank y'all for coming to the latest edition of the Dr. Cree and Me Show. I am a board certified family medicine physician, and I specialize in helping overwhelmed, overworked, everyday people learn more about their health care. And I feel like when you know better, you can do better, or at least you should do better, right? So how many of you guys are overwhelmed? Hey, Cherie. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Katrina. How many of you are sick and tired of quarantine? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Are you guys tired of quarantine? Tell me. Hey, Portia. Are y'all tired of quarantining? So, I've been doing some research, and I actually found that there's something called quarantine fatigue, guys. Anybody heard of quarantine fatigue? Katrina said, I'm tired. Y'all tired. Portia, you tired of it? Everywhere we look, it's something about coronavirus, something about staying away. Just, it's always something, right? Hey, Michelle. Hey, Minister Michelle. Thank you for joining. So there is a phenomenon, guys, called quarantine fatigue. Okay, so let's unpack that. Okay, so quarantine fatigue is when you are not motivated to follow the guidelines any longer. Somebody write that in there. Hey, Conita. So write that in the chat. You are no longer like motivated to follow the guidelines. That's if you yourself had coronavirus, if your family had coronavirus, if somebody you know had coronavirus, if they died from it, you still sick and tired of it. So guys, we are officially, today makes 3 months that this has been going on. 3 months, guys. So you're no longer motivated to follow any of the guidelines. And then the guidelines have changed so much, right? So we went from being like, okay, is this really a thing? Or is this not a thing? Okay, it's a thing. People are dying. You know, like Alabama's on the rise, for real, for real. I was looking at some of the numbers. There's like 50,000 people in the Birmingham area, and of that, 2,500 may have been, so many people have been tested for it, and only about, looked like it was less than 10% of people that had been tested, and then like 2,000 people were positive. Mika said, I'm not tired of quarantine. So they had this, and maybe that was Portia Shepherd's post. Somebody posted about Birmingham, Montgomery, and another county in Alabama. 3 whole months, y'all. 3 months. I need a break. I need a vacation. So if you're having problems, let's see if we're having symptoms of quarantine fatigue. Are you more irritable? Okay. Are you stressed? Are you anxious? Are you overeating? Are you undereating? Did you gain the quarantine 15? Are you not eating enough? Are you not sleeping well? Are you just not motivated? Even though you got enough time to do what you need to do, you just don't feel like doing it. Do you feel any of those things? So, are you irritable? Are you stressed? Are you anxious? Are you overeating? Are you undereating? Are you not motivated? And you just, everything get on your nerves. Just everything. You only got to work 3 days out the week now, but you're tired of doing that, right? So Brenda said, oh my gosh, that's me. Hey, Dorcas. So somebody said, I want to follow the guidelines and I don't want company. And I go and I have my days. Some days I'm like, I'm all for this. I mean, we got to do it. And then some days I'm like, I would just really like to go to the beach. I had gotten to my breaking point, and I was like, okay, Jay, we need to just get in the car and let's just ride. And then we turn on the news the next morning, and it was like 1,000 new cases in Alabama. I was like, no, we're not going anywhere. We're going to still be at the house. Everybody is tired. So, oh yes, tired of the Zoom webinars, tired of WebEx, tired, guys. Everybody, if you have any of those feelings, then you are actually experiencing what's called quarantine fatigue. It's an unintentional phenomenon of your brain. Your brain is trying to like adjust to what's going on because we're trying to figure out what our new normal is going to be. But your brain is like, that just doesn't feel right. So it's an unintentional phenomenon that your brain is kind of trying to balance out, okay? So we're just not motivated. So what can we do, guys, to help us with our quarantine fatigue? Because I'm pretty sure we all have it, if we'll be honest with ourselves, right? So first, we're starting to adapt to the threats. So we're just not moved by the numbers. The numbers are crazy. They're going up, up, up. At least in Alabama. I hear other states are doing good. I saw a map. We were still in the orange. Looked like the Midwest was doing a good job at getting their numbers down. So adapting to the threats. Not being moved by the numbers. Not, coming home, getting out your clothes as soon as you get home. Not taking your shoes off at the door. Looking up and you already at the kitchen table like, I didn't do anything that I was supposed to be doing. Not wiping down your groceries. Like things that we did about 2 months ago and you were like really vigilant on. We just adapted. There's a threat out there. It's there and we just adapted that it may get in here and it may not. So that's something, that is happening in our mind. So you have to be mindful of the rules that you set, the rules that you're supposed to be like, oh, we got to get out these clothes. Oh, we need to be washing on hot. We need to be wiping our groceries down. Don't get complacent. Don't get lazy because coronavirus is still out there, guys. It's still out there. So number 2, you can have information overload. How many people are tired of hearing it all about it on the news, all about it on the internet? All about it on social media. I'm like, that's all. I feel like that's all. We go to bed talking about it. We get up talking about it. So have your time where you're like, I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna have some downtime on my phone in between that and the protests and the killing the black men and the police. Like I'm like, oh my God, they will drive you to drinking. It's just too much that's going on. Hey y'all, thank y'all for joining. I'm like, if it's one more thing, if we just got here, it's one more protest turned into a riot. And if it's happening in your town, like I was just so heartbroken when I saw what was going on at CNN. I went to school in Atlanta. Atlanta's our second home. When they were doing that thing in Birmingham, I was like, oh my God, it's just too much. Like we're fighting the pandemic. We're fighting racism. We're just trying to live. Like I'm just like, can't we all just get along? Can we all just live? Anybody else feel like that? That's quarantine fatigue. So you're angry, you're irritable. And so to have quarantine fatigue plus a civil rights movement at the same time, I mean, it's Nuck If You Buck. Like that's my favorite, It's like Nuck If You Buck season. You're like, what? Like why? Why are we in this? So somebody said they're gonna pick back up on their reading. So that's good. So being able to step away from the internet, you don't have to negotiate with everybody. You don't have to fuss with everybody online. That you don't have to call everybody racist, or you don't have to just go back and forth about whatever's going on at the church or not going on at the church. Or I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on about what we can just leave alone. Like just say, you know what? I'm gonna be the bigger person. I don't have to just be like just going back and forth at it. So number 1, we have adapted to the threats and say, hey, all of that's not that important. We made it 3 months. I'm still negative. Woo, winning. No, it's still there, guys. Number 2, informational overload. Having some time where you say, I'm just gonna take a break from social media. A lot of us, I do a lot of business on social media, so I kind of have to have my finger on the pulse. But I didn't watch the 8 minute and 40 second video. I did not, because I had to protect my sanity. How can I help y'all if I'm not, together? So make sure that you're saying, I'm not gonna do that because everybody else is doing that. I'm gonna protect my peace. Protect your peace first, okay? So adapting to the threats, information overload, reduce your stress, guys. If you feel stressed out, oh y'all, I gotta tell you, I got my eyebrows done. Can y'all see my eyebrows? I went to V Spot and Nails in Birmingham and Trustful. They were so good. They had an appointment on. I was so nervous. And I had my mask on. She had her mask on. She had her face shield on. And she was like, why are you not getting your toes done? I said, I'm not ready for that. But they did have the little plastic dividers and all of that. However, I was too scared to do all that. But I mean, I had to get my face waxed. So I feel like a new person. So anyway, so stressors. Usually before all of this was going on, we could manage our stress because I can say, I'll just go get a massage. Now I'm like, if I get a massage, are they gonna be too close to me? Are they gonna be in my they gonna be in my personal space? Hey Robbie, how you doing? They're gonna be in my personal space. I can't do that. You know, so when I went in there and she had on the face shield, she had on the mask, I was like, thank you, Jesus. So they were doing, they were doing legitimately good. So be mindful, guys, that you have to find a way to deal with your stress. A lot of that was self-care. So be creative in your self-care. Get out and do your walks. Remember, exercising helps build your immune system. We want to boost our immunity. Get out and exercise. Walk. Get some fresh air. Hey, Mr. Bobby. Get some fresh air. Get some fresh air, guys. Stress relief, exercise, self-care. Okay? So get out there and do some things that you found fun. Reading a book. But we have to kind of step back and say, it's a lot going on in the world, right? But we are adapting out here to the threats. We have information overload. Hey, Shantae, we're not doing a good job at reducing our stress. We're just piling more things on. We're using words like we're angry or we're mad or we're, distressed. Replace those words with positive words. Be intentional on the words that are coming out of your mouth, right? And then lastly, we have to change our mindset. Change our mindset. Watch our words. We're on day like 85 or 86 with our prayer call with our church. And we get up every morning and we listen. And that's how we choose to start our day, our family. We start our day with that. And then we make sure that we are doing devotionals with each other and with some women that I have, a group of women. Hey, Dr. Christina. Hey, Dr. Z. So we make sure that we're feeding ourselves spiritually, because you got to go above and beyond now to feel connected to people, because everybody's at a distance. Everybody's on Zoom. Everybody's doing something virtual. Be intentional on your words. Be wise with what you say. Extend love. Extend laughter. Just make sure that you're doing something that's fun. There's still fun things that you can do in the middle of a quarantine. So find new reasons to be thankful. Find new reasons to smile. And wear your mask. I can't say that enough. Unless you're out exercising, and if you are exercising, have your mask down here, because some people still can come up to you and want to have a conversation. All you have to do is pull your mask up. Right now, I think the biggest things that we need to be doing is wearing our mask and social distancing. Trying to stay that distance away from people. I know Portia's like, I don't want to wear that mask. However, if you were up in somebody's face and they spit on you, or they sneeze on you, or they cough on you, you're gonna be real mad that you got Rona, because you could have just done your share of prevention. So all right, quarantine fatigue is real. It's when you're just not motivated at all to follow those guidelines, and the guidelines are changing. Should we wear masks? Should we not wear masks? I'm being petty. I am. So make sure that as we adapt to the threats, which is the threat is, well, it's been here. It's been 3 months. I can go back to normal. It's still here, guys. Be vigilant. We still cleaning off our groceries, but we got to do a better job at taking our shoes off when we get home, or spraying the bottom of your shoes with Lysol. Information overload. Don't be afraid to step back and say, you know what? I don't have to hit news brief for the day. I don't have to watch the news tonight. I don't have to look at Facebook. I don't have to do that. Those are things that you can say, I'm just bad tonight. We're going to watch a movie. Y'all, I watched The Five Bloods on Netflix, a Spike Lee joint. Spike Lee went to Morehouse. It was so good. It was long. Now you got to have some time. It was 2.5 hours, but it was really, really, really good. We really enjoyed it. So find ways to reduce stress. Have date night at home or out, because you can go out now and eat. Wear your mask. Do it for me if you want to do it for yourself. Do it for the old lady that's out if you want to do it for yourself. Reduce your stress. Have self-care time. And change your mindset. It's up to you to change your mindset. The Bible talks about the joy that I have, the world didn't give it and the world can't take it. We're just giving our joy away. Don't give your joy away. Don't give it away. You work too hard to get it. Okay? Quarantine fatigue is for real, guys. And I want you to be mindful that the feelings that you're having, if you're irritable, if you're stressed, if you're anxious, if you're overeating, and you have gained quarantine 15, or if you're not eating enough, you're not sleeping well, you don't have enough energy and motivation, and you just want to go stay in the bed, and all you got to do is walk to the living room to work, right? So be mindful of those symptoms. Counseling is good. Jesus and therapy can coexist. Hey, Dr. Bobby, and that's okay. Again, I'm Dr. Cree. I'm your board certified family medicine physician, and thank you for stopping by this edition of the Dr. Cree and Me Show. I exist to help overwhelmed, overworked people learn to live healthy, happy lives. I feel like when you know better, you can do better. So my charge to you is, as you know better, you do better. All right, so extend a smile, extend a hug, extend a, well, not a hug, y'all. We got to do virtual, Wakanda Forever hug. Extend a hug, extend with a virtual hug, okay? Blow a kiss. We got to be creative. Hey, Catrice. Do whatever you can to show love. Pick up the phone and call instead of texting all the time, okay? Show people that you care. Thinking of them, that you're thinking of them, okay? Y'all like my shirt? It's like Alabama Black Women. My husband got me this shirt. I absolutely love it. It's from a Birmingham local Black-owned shop, Vibes, and I have to find a link for it. I'll share it with y'all. Anyway, I love y'all. Follow me. Follow my Brownstone page, Brownstone Healthcare and Aesthetics on Facebook. I love y'all. See you next Tuesday. Take care.